Dear students, in our previous lecture, we studied about the types of fins found in the fishes. As we have already studied that fins in the fishes serves the purpose of swimming. So fins swim mainly with the help of lateral movements of tail, or we can say tail fin, whereas other fins are used as steering devices and radars. And when the body is at rest, the paired lateral fins functions to maintain equilibrium. Therefore, the caudal fins are well developed in most of the fishes because they are very important for the forward propulsion of the body during the swimming. So, caudal fins in most of the fishes are highly developed, whereas in case of few exceptions like hippocampus and eels, the caudal fins are not highly developed. So, the three main types of tails or caudal fins which are found in the fishes are first the diaphysecal, heterocercal, and homocircle. So, talking about the diaphysecal kind of caudal fin, so in most of the primitive kind of tail or caudal fin which was found in the fishes was diaphysecal. So, diphus meaning double, and protocircle, or also known as protocircle. Protos meaning first or primary. Most of the living fishes do not possesses these kind of fins, in which the vertebral column extends straight back to the tip of the tail, dividing the fin symmetrically into two equal halves, that is the dorsal, also known as epicaudal, or ventral, also known as hypocaudal lobes. Here in the diagram you can see, as you can see here, the vertebral column is dividing into two equal halves. This one is the epicaudal lobe and this one is the hypocaudal lobe. So this kind of fin was found in the primitive fishes and sharks and like chimera, dipnoi, that is lungfishes, etc. Presence of protocircle kind of fins in some highly developed fishes is due to its secondary modification. In the second kind of fins, caudal fin, that is heterocercal, it is basically the intermediate type of fins, caudal fins, in which the vertebral column somewhat bends upwards and reaches up to the tip of the prominent dorsal lobe, thus making the caudal fin strongly asymmetrical. As you can see here in the diagram, this is the vertebral axis which is moving towards the upper lobe and making the dorsal lobe dominant and finally making it somewhat asymmetrical. So this kind of caudal fins are the specialities of elasmobranch and extinct osteolapid and extinct dipnoans. It is the characteristic of basically the bottom feeders. Also, the opposite of heterocercal condition is in which the vertebral column terminates into the larger ventral lobe, thus making it dominant, is known as hypocercal, whereas in which the hypos in Greek meaning under or beneath type. It is basically the characteristic feature of flying fish and some primitive fishes, fossil like Aganetha, ostracoderms, etc. Now the third and last kind of caudal fin is homocircle. It is basically the advanced and most common type, that is homos in Greek meaning common and alike, and it is the characteristic of large of the majority of higher bony fishes. In this it is externally symmetrical but internally it is asymmetrical. In this type the original dorsal lobe or epicaudal is suppressed. It has further 7 kinds of variations. So this was all about the different kinds of caudal fins found in the fishes.